to Australia 101. Everything you need to know to be Australian. Do you want to go to Australia? Nice. Before you can reach your dreams in migrating to the land down under, you have to know a bit about Australia before passing that immigration. Australia. In the eyes of the modern Filipino, it's the land of kangaroos. A place where the Wolverine and Thor was from. But there is more than meets the eye on the land down under. Let me help you learn how to be Australian so you won't mistake that Vegemite as a Nutella ever again. After this lesson, we'll be having prawns in a barbie in the Arvo while enjoying a stubby. Welcome to Australia, where the capital city is Sydney.
Mate, no. The capital city is Canberra. The main cities are Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and Perth, with a season that's opposite times to those in the Northern Hemisphere. December to February is summer, March to May is autumn, June to August is winter, and September to November is spring.
Sorry mate, it was just a test to see if our audience knows the capital of Australia.
No worries, mate. So, Australia has 6 states and 2 territories. The 6 states are New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Whilst the 2 internal territories are the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Also, Australia has 8 states and territory capital cities, which are considered major cities: Sydney, New South Wales, Melbourne, Victoria, Brisbane, Queensland, Adelaide, South Australia, Perth, Western Australia, Hobart, Tasmania. Its territory capitals are Canberra, known as Australian Capital Territory, and Darwin as Northern Territory.
And to add to that, it's worth mentioning other large cities like the Gold Coast and Wollongong. While not capital cities, they are significant urban areas. Is that right, Tash?
You're dead set, Liam. Now let's cover each state. First we have NSW, or New South Wales. Australia's most populous state is located on the east coast, bordered by Queensland to the north, Victoria to the south, and South Australia to the west, with the Pacific Ocean to the east. Its capital and largest city is Sydney, known for its iconic harbour and opera house.
The state's eastern coastline faces the Pacific Ocean, including the Coral and Tasman Seas. New South Wales covers a large area, comprising 10.4% of Australia's total land area. The state experiences a warm temperate climate, with variations depending on proximity to the coast and mountains. Its key features are the Great Dividing Range. It is a major mountain range that runs through the state.
The most iconic site in New South Wales would be the Sydney Opera House. Its function as a world-class performing arts centre. The conservation plan specifies the need to balance the roles of the building as an architectural monument and as a state-of-the-art performing centre, thus retaining its authenticity of use and function. Next stop is NT, or Northern Territory. A self-governing territory in Central and Northern Australia, is known for its vast, diverse landscapes, including the iconic Red Centre, and its rich Aboriginal culture. It is bordered by Western Australia to the west, South Australia to the south, and Queensland to the east. The Red Centre is an extraordinary landscape of desert plains, weathered mountain ranges, rocky gorges, and some of Aboriginal Australia's most sacred sites, including Uluru and Cartertijua.
To the north, it borders the Timor Sea, the Arafura Sea, and the Gulf of Carpentaria. It's the 3rd largest state and territory in Australia, covering an area of approximately 1,349,129 square kilometres. Darwin is the capital city, and Alice Springs is the only sizable town besides the capital. It is home to the famous Ayers Rock, a massive sandstone monolith in the heart of the Northern Territory's arid Red Centre. For the Aboriginal people of Australia, Ayers Rock, also known as Uluru, is a sacred site deeply intertwined with their culture and spiritual beliefs. They believe Uluru was formed during the Dreamtime, a period when ancestral beings created the land and life. The Anangu people, who are the traditional owners of the area, believe that the spirits of these ancestors continue to dwell within Uluru and the surrounding landscape.
That's quite an information about the traditions of Aborigines, Liam. Thanks. Now we move to Queensland. Queensland, Australia's second largest state, is known for its diverse landscapes, ranging from the Great Barrier Reef to tropical rainforests and the rugged outback, and is often called the Sunshine State due to its warm, tropical climate. Queensland is the second largest state in Australia, covering over 22% of the continent. The capital city of Queensland is Brisbane. Its coastal regions are sandy beaches, tropical islands, and the Great Barrier Reef. Its outback have rugged landscapes, deserts, and savanna regions. And the state also has wet tropics, including Daintree National Park, and other rainforest areas. There is also the Great Dividing Range runs the length of the state.
We have a lot to say about Queensland. This state almost have everything. The most notable site would be the Great Barrier Reef. Any fans of Finding Nemo here? He's out there living in one of the anemones. The Great Barrier Reef, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a major tourist attraction and a diver's paradise. We have a couple of divers here in the office. Looking at you, Krish. Queensland has a population of over 5 million people and its economy majorly depends on important industries include tourism, mining, and cattle ranching. Queensland was charted by Captain James Cook in 1770, and in the 19th century, the state housed penal colonies and drew settlers to mine its gold. The state is also named Queensland to honour Queen Victoria.
I agree, Liam. Queensland does have everything. Now, we move to South Australia. South Australia, a state in southern Central Australia, is known for its vast plains, low uplands, and arid interior, including the Flinders Ranges and Lake Eyre, as well as its world-renowned wine regions like Barossa and Clare Valley. It is the fourth largest of Australia's states and territories, with a total land area of 984,321 square kilometres. The state is characterised by vast plains, low uplands, and extensive salt or clay-encrusted lake beds. It has a dry climate, with cool winters and warm summers. Southern areas have a Mediterranean climate, while the rest of the state has a drier arid and semi-arid climate.
South Australia has notable locations like Flinders Ranges, a mountain range in the northeast, offering accessible outback experiences. Lake Eyre, a large salt lake in the interior that rarely contains water. And Murray River, the only major river in the state, providing water for Adelaide. South Australia is the first Australian colony established for free settlers. And in 1894, it is the first electorate in the world to give equal political rights to both men and women. After 2 decades of efforts throughout Australia by women's groups such as the Women's Christian Temperance Union, South Australia became the first state to enfranchise women.
Hooray to our foremothers! Next is Tasmania. Anyone familiar with the Tasmanian Devil? Tasmania, an island state of Australia, is located south of the mainland, known for its diverse landscapes, rugged wilderness, and unique wildlife, including the iconic Tasmanian Devil. It's the 26th largest island in the world and encompasses the main island of Tasmania and surrounding smaller islands. The state's capital and largest city is Hobart. Tasmania is known for its diverse landscapes, including mountainous regions, plateaus, and coastal areas. In Tasmania, other than the Tassie Devil, the highest peak in Tasmania is Mount Ossa, rising to 5,305 feet. Mount Ossa's story is deeply rooted in Greek mythology. It's a mountain in Thessaly, Greece, known for being the site of the giants' attempt to reach heaven by stacking it atop Mount Pelion, and then piling those two on top of Mount Olympus. This act, according to myth, was their way of warring against the gods.
That's one of my favorite stories in Greek mythology. Also, Tasmania has the cleanest air in the world, monitored by the Cape Grim Baseline Air Pollution Station. The lack of pollution is due to the position of Tasmania in the Southern Ocean, far from other land masses.
Next stop is Victoria. A state in southeastern Australia, is known for its diverse landscapes, from the Australian Alps to coastal regions, and is home to the capital city, Melbourne, a cultural and economic hub. It's the second smallest state in Australia, with a land area of 227,444 square kilometres. The state features a variety of landscapes, including the Australian Alps in the east, coastal regions, and flat plains in the north and west. Melbourne is the capital city of Victoria, and is also the largest and the most populous city. Geelong, Ballarat, and Bendigo are other significant cities in Victoria.
The foodie, cultural and sports-loving capital city of Melbourne has enough to keep visitors entertained for days. But better yet, Victoria's most enticing experiences are all within a short drive from the city. From mountain vistas to cool climate wines and little penguins, whichever direction you turn, Victoria will serve up something unforgettable. You can hang out in the rooftop bars in Melbourne, step off the beaten track and unearth lesser-known gems of the Great Ocean Road, or have the best walks and hikes at Wilson's Promontory. Whatever adventures you yearn, surely Victoria will oblige.
Western Australia. Cougars. Western Australia, Australia's largest state, is a vast and diverse region encompassing nearly one-third of the Australian continent, with a unique blend of landscapes, from deserts to coastal regions, and a rich history and culture. It is the westernmost state of Australia, covering an area of 2,527,013 square kilometres. It's bounded by the Indian Ocean to the north and west, the Southern Ocean to the south, the Northern Territory to the northeast, and South Australia to the southeast. WA's landscape is diverse, including the Great Sandy Desert, Gibson Desert, and Great Victoria Desert in the central and northern regions. The southwest region is known for its fertile land and coastal areas, while the Kimberley region in the north is characterized by dramatic landscapes and ancient rock formations. The state experiences a wide range of climates, from the warm, wet, and dry seasons of the northern regions to the cool, mild winters and warm, breezy summers of the southwest. The interior is generally arid with low rainfall and high temperatures. Other notable figures in Western Australia are the quokkas of Rottnest Island. Quokkas are a type of marsupial, and they are related to kangaroos and wallabies. They have become an iconic symbol of Western Australia due to their friendly and photogenic nature. As cute as they are, it's important to note it's actually illegal to touch quokkas due to their vulnerable status on the IUCN Red List of Endangered Species. While touching and cuddling is a huge no-no. They are mighty friendly, so getting close enough to take a selfie shouldn't be too difficult. Just be careful not to touch.
On to the last state, ACT, or Australian Capital Territory. The Australian Capital Territory, an internal territory of Australia, is home to the nation's capital, Canberra, and is known for its planned city layout, green spaces, and proximity to national parks and cultural institutions. Canberra, the capital city of Australia, serving as the seat of government and home to many important institutions. The ACT hosts important national monuments, museums, and galleries, including the National Gallery of Australia, the National Museum of Australia, and the Australian War Memorial. The ACT offers opportunities for outdoor activities, with access to national parks, bushland, and walking and cycling trails. The ACT has Lake Burley Griffin, Mount Ainslie Lookout, and the Australian National Botanic Gardens provide scenic beauty and opportunities for outdoor activities. Also, the Museum of Australian Democracy at Old Parliament House, the National Zoo and Aquarium, and Cockington Green Gardens also contribute to the city's appeal. Knowledge check. Prepare a piece of paper for a brief 5-question exam. You have a minute to answer each question. What is the capital of Australia? A. Sydney. B. Canberra. C. Geelong. D. Maroondah.
A state known as the Sunshine State. A. ACT. B. VIC. C. TAS. D. QLD.
Which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site? A. Rottnest Island. B. Ayers Rock. C. Uluru. D. Great Barrier Reef.
Second most populated state in Australia. A. Queensland. B. Western Australia. C. Victoria. D. Tasmania.
Which of these cities belong to the largest state in Australia? A. Perth. B. Canberra. C. Sydney. D. Adelaide.
Where does Warren reside? A. Warrenwood, Vic. B. Warrenwood, Vic. C. Fitzroy, Vic. D. Richmond, Vic.